Todd Fuhrman, our Vegas virtuoso, joins us here on the show. Steelers and Ravens, this is always a great rivalry. Pittsburgh is on the road and Baltimore 3-point favorites. Now, last week we know the Steelers had a lot of tumultuous times before the national anthem deciding what they were going to do. Al Villanueva comes out. The rest of the team does not. A week of discussing it. Roethlisberger embarrassed. Villanueva has to come out and discuss it as well. Do you think at all, or maybe just from a Vegas perspective, did any of the anthem discussion around the Steelers or other teams this week affect how Vegas looked at the lines this week?
This number, what you're seeing right now, is more skepticism about where Baltimore is with some of their injury concerns. This price opened at the Steelers 1.5, 2, has pushed up to 3, and trending towards 3.5, given the fact Brandon Williams will again miss on the defensive line for the Ravens, and we know about Marshall Yanda and the struggles this Ravens offense has had. I do think you're going to see some support for the Ravens later in the day. When we look at the Steelers, you mentioned some of that dissent. The people I've talked to close to the organization say Mike Tomlin and Big Ben aren't on the same page, not only with on-field stuff, but everything taking place off the field. And if you have that type of scenario going against what's going to be an angry Ravens team looking to try and atone for what we saw last weekend in London, I think at 3.5, you'd have to make a case for Baltimore, even with some of those injury concerns and an offense that's worked in fits and spurts.
That's really interesting. How much discord have you heard exists right now between the coach and Ben Roethlisberger?
They're saying there's a good amount, and the Steelers are doing everything they can to kind of keep this under wraps. If it wasn't for those Baltimore injuries, I think you'd see a lot more support coming in on the Ravens today. It'll be fascinating to see if the Steelers look like a harmonious group out there, but don't think everybody there is on the same page.